When we think about progress, it is easy to imagine a straight line, a clear path from point A to point B. But in reality, progress is not a linear journey. It is rich in experiences, lessons, and growth that occur in multiple dimensions. I like to think of it as a puzzle. Negating one piece of a puzzle makes the picture incomplete. Whenever we are striving to make progress in life, our mind is wired to the sole subject we are focusing on. For example, working out. We think that exercising is a facet dedicated to the overall well-being of the physical body, but that is limited. There are many dimensions that take place from the single action of exercising. The mind is exercised, discipline is exercised, emotional intelligence is exercised, and many others. Just like the famous Jim Rohn said, everything is connected. A neglect of one thing is a neglect of all things. It's funny how progress or retrogression affects many realms of our human experience. I'll talk about that in a second, but let me give a quick story. Back in high school, there was a student who scored poorly in math. I mean, he could not stand it, but all that came to a standstill when something changed. Attitude. His attitude was the start of progress, but his attitude applied to many things. He began doing more revision, asking questions to the teacher, and overall, he started improving. It got so big that his name featured in the math elite students. This is no fairy tale story. Why? Because just like the student started out, he thought of a linear line to excellence, but he never knew many variables were at play after the decision of wanting to excel. Basically, I like to put it this way. One facet of progress affects all things. I used to be skeptical back in the day of living off my edge. I mean, I could just be comfortable and avoid the pressure, added to the fact that results were not just adding up. Until I realized something. Getting progress in this field made me want to make progress in another field. For example, making progress in my writing, that is emails to my community, holds me accountable, which now makes me not miss the gym session, or working out, which then makes me make my videos, which then makes me accountable for my online businesses, and which makes me accountable to my overall well-being, and the list goes on and on. You can see that from a single positive action of progress yields many positive actions in all dimensions. And hey, this cuts like a double-edged sword. That is why there is an upward spiral and a downward spiral. What is a downward spiral? It is to make a retrogressive decision thinking it does not affect everything. An alcoholic says only one bottle, which then leads to ramification in his business, which lead to inefficiency, and it goes on and on. The only difference is to be consciously aware of progress. I used to battle one thing, and that would be when I started making my online businesses or devoting too much time in editing my videos and making videos. And I will think, I'm putting so much work and perhaps I won't see results. For example, when I will open an online business, so much work will go into it. I mean, from conceptualization to actionable steps to advertisements to client calls, etc. So much work, and I will wonder, am I going to get a return on investment for my time and resources? Until I met a quote from Alex Omozi saying, "The work works on you more than you work on it." Let me say it again. The work works on you more than you work on it. This gave me so much solace knowing everything is not for waste, that the work is also working on me. And guess what? He was completely right. It got better at honing those skills, and sure, as time reveals, the skills will be extremely significant when I want to open a new venture some years to come. This does not negate the fact that progress and its ramifications are experienced in multiple dimensions of selves. We just have to make the first decision of progress and run with it. This does not mean it won't suck, because it will. It's the sacrifice. Al Nightingale said, "There is nothing like something for nothing. A price has to be paid, and it is in the process we get better, evolve, and morph to people we could not imagine." Yesterday evening, I was just taking a walk. I had a long, industrious day, and I thought to take a walk and let it all soak in. The sunset was beautiful, and I could not help but have my future thoughts. Like, how could I make my future version of me proud? What could he want me to do? What opportunities will he want me to seize? What habits will he like me to develop? As all these questions were lingering in my mind, I got my phone out and started recording. It was this meditative session saying to myself things I truly want to achieve and the type of person I had to become so I could fulfill it. It brought me so much solace spending time in solitude and made me realize the sacrifice needed to be absolutely great. Oftentimes I had respect greatness. But the truth of the matter is, you can rarely appreciate greatness until you have a taste of the sacrifice, because sacrifice is bitter, but the fruits are always worth it. And having this mindset not only is beneficial for self, but also people around. They see the reflection of progress in you, never quitting, and being relentless on your dreams and aspirations. You are their blueprint of progress, so if you slow down, they slow down. When you become slightly lazy, they happen to do so. That is why progress is not unifaceted. A lot of things come into play and other things we do not know because they happen unconsciously. I can talk all day about the sacrifices of progress, but I cannot negate the best parts, the fruits. The fruits are dearly sweet, the fruits of never giving up, the fruits of consistent progress, the fruits of diligence, the fruits of seeing excellence. Sometimes during my leisure, I look at the skies and start musing of how sweet the fruits could be. I mean, after all is said and done, I get to have the fruits of my labor, the purpose, the deep connection with God, the mansions, the fast cars, the good life. Obviously, everybody will love the good things and the finer things of the world, but they all compound due to excellence. As they say, good things take time. So what could you and I do henceforth? 1. Aim for progress in terms of our health, wealth, love, and most importantly, our walk with the Most High. Despite all things, the material stuff will be fun with God's fulfillment, and that is why it's so crucial. Number 2 has to be all about the mindset of winners. And do you know one thing about winners, at least from experience, is that they never quit when it gets hard. Sure, sometimes progress will look as effective as cutting a tree with a butter knife, literally no light at the end of the tunnel. But as long as you never lose hope, the answers will come. They say that you can never lose if you never stop, and I completely agree. But my basis of agreeing to this statement is 1. Cause and effects. That in the universe, there is a law that works in absolute just like gravity, the law of sow and reap. That we harvest what we have planted, and in everything we do, it either progresses us further or retrogresses us. The third and final take on this subject is, drum rolls please, it's prayer. Okay, I know this is not quite famous in the self-improvement niche, but hear me out. I recently was having a chilled morning and I had this message, that we are on the 3D world and there is a higher consciousness world, the spiritual world. I bet you already know this, that the things we do see came from things that we do not see. So why is prayer then important? See, we are able to program things that we don't see and make them manifest in things that we see, basically the 3D realm. So you could focus on the progress and see no expected manifestation, because this is just a reflection from the spiritual realm. So whatever progress, improvement you are on, add a dosage of prayer and everything you want will soon be your current reality. Remember, progress is not a straight line. Progress is multidimensional. My name is Gatheru. I talk about money, business, and self-improvement, and I appreciate you for lending me your attention. If you found some wisdom and insights in this video, consider liking, and also if you're new to our channel, subscribe to the family. Till next time, peace.